Okay, two things up here, and the fourth car that we're breaking in today, the last one, is the HSP Camper. So this is its first start. The previous video you saw first start that was of different vehicle. So this is the first start of the HSP Camper, and I think the roof's leaking. So first thing you need to do is add the 8A size batteries into the radio and turn on the radio. Make sure you have the green and the red light on the front there. If you don't have the green and the red lights, then it means you need to replace the batteries with better ones. Next you need to put in 4 AA size batteries into the receiver and turn the receiver on, and then check that everything's working. So pull the trigger, check that everything's working here, and brake and check that the brakes are working. Okay, make sure that they're not up like too much, or make sure you're not having too much braking going on there. And finally, just check that when you steer left, the steering goes left, and when you steer right, the steering goes right. Okay, what you now need to do is make sure that you have oiled the air filter, and also that you have thread locked or Loctited the 4 engine screws located to the rear under the chassis of the vehicle. Okay, so once this is all done, what you need to do is fill up the tank. I'm using Tornado 25% Nitro. Fill the tank, not to the top, but just so you have 1 centimetre gap. Okay, once it is filled to there, you can now prime the engine. First thing is about your pull start on the vehicle. Do not pull the pull start too far. Like this far is the maximum amount that it needs to be pulled. Pulling it further will not help start the engine. To prime the engine, you need to block the exhaust and pull the starter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you will notice the fuel will come from the fuel tank here and into the carburetor. So keep priming until the fuel comes into there. Once the fuel has gone in, you can then pull the starter a few more times just to lubricate the engine. Try a bit more. Okay, now you are ready to start the engine. The final thing you need to do before starting the engine is check that the carburetor gap is just open 1 millimetre. If it is open too much, then the engine will rev very, very high, and if it is open not enough, then you will have trouble starting the engine. Now you can take your glow igniter or ignition igniter and start the engine for the very first time. If this happens, then you can turn up the throttle trim very slightly